decides the way you feel, affects the way you behave. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. What do you think these internal dialogues come from? Where do they come from when it comes to children? Like, are these my words? I woke up in the morning and I started talking about myself. Oh, Ekta, you're underperformer. You don't know how to write properly. You're good for nothing. I was not like that until when I was 6 years old. Something happened.
Others, we got an answer. Others, comments.
Others comments. Who are these other people?
Can be anyone, like own brother and sister,
Hmm.
parents, friends, teachers. They are the person who are very much near us, and
Yes.
unintentionally they are creating this problem inside our mind. They are just putting it. They don't know the consequences that what it will have on a child's mind.
That's true.
True. You,
Nowadays, social media also,
Yeah.
especially in adolescence.
yeah, definitely.
Social media, my God. I mean, there are so many podcasts that actually talks about unrealistic beauty standards or unrealistic gender norms, and then it actually affects the child and the student unintentionally. It might just be a 30-second reel, but there's so much content out there, and our kids are being exposed to so much content that actually affects their inner script, the way they think, the way they feel about themselves, right?
Yes. And that is why I think these positive affirmations during assembly time, writing positive things about you, especially if you're dealing with children with low self-esteem and confidence, no matter what is the grade, you can actually make them write or draw if they are young good things about themselves. Make them do a lot of mirror exercises. If you don't have a mirror in the classroom, ask them to pretend there is a mirror. And you talk positive to yourself and then ask them to also talk positive to themselves. And do not let anybody define what they feel, what would they do, the skills that they have. And actually to make them feel positive, that's the best thing you can do as a teacher. If you can help them to alter their negative thoughts, that would be the biggest gift of life that you can.
Recording in progress.
Now I have a quiz question for everyone. I'm putting that in the chat box. Okay, let's see the answers.
Usually everyone loves quizzes, so they instantly write answers. Getting a lot of answers, getting C.
Okay, all of the above. Okay,
Hmm.
C's, a lot of C's we have got.
C leading to all. C. C.
What do you think, Zaheda?
I think C leading to all is something that can happen as an outcome if C happens. If there's better self-esteem, emotional resilience, better emotions in the class, then definitely they will follow classroom rules. Their academic performance will get better, and they will have better attention span. They'll be more mindful.
True. Okay, I have one more question that I'm gonna ask because I love asking questions, and yes,
Mhm.
C is the right answer.
Yeah.
Okay, it is again a easier one. Let's see. It's a true or false. Read the statement and tell me whether it is true or false.
So the statement says that positive affirmations can directly influence a child's self-concept by reinforcing how they see themselves in a constructive and empowering way. Yes. True. True. Yes.
Wonderful. Yes, Zaheda.
Okay. So now we've spoken about all these challenges. We spoke about their self-esteem issues. There are pressures from family, pressures from friends, inability to express emotions. How can we address these challenges in our classroom? A lot of techniques that we've already spoken about. One is you provide a lot of support, be there, be emotionally available for the child. Make sure you're just listening to them. Nothing else. Even if they're coming and talking to you, just listening to them. Okay, validating their emotions, validating how they are feeling, validating just their experiences in general will make such a huge difference. Right? You promote healthy decision making, allow them to make good choices, make them understand the outcomes of their choices, the pros and cons of their decisions, and encourage positive relationship and friendships. So how can we do that? We can foster and inculcate a sense of empathy through role playing activities. Include a lot of group activities, collaborative activities, teamwork activities, encourage discussions and dialogues. When there's discussions and dialogues, what's going to happen? The confidence will get better. They will understand each other better. Their perspective taking will get better, right? Do you agree that a lot of times kids are unable to understand the other person's perspectives? Because sometimes, they're very rigid.
There's a lot of mental fog also, Zaheda, these days.
Yeah.
I have
I
my
mean, even
own
for
issues.
us.
I have my own issues. I have seen so many children. There's a lot going on. So how come I can understand the other person in that particular
Exactly.
time?
There's an overload of information, right? There's so much information that we download on a daily basis. No? We
Yes.
wake up in the morning and the first thing we do is, oh, let me check Instagram or let me open my phone and see what's going on.
Yeah.
Right? So there's a lot of mental fog. Yeah.
They're not available
Hmm.
because there's mental fog, or
Hmm.
they're going through a lot of stuff on their own. So they're not able to provide better perspective taking in that sense. So
Yes.
grounding them down is very important.
They're not mindful. One more issue that, we've come across. Physically, kids are there in front of you. Mentally, they are daydreaming or they are just lost. They dissociate a lot. Right? When do we dissociate is when we're trying to escape from something that we don't want to encounter, or when we're feeling too many overwhelming emotions, or when in general we are not too focused. Right? So mindfulness is also something that's extremely important for us to address and work on. And we're going to talk about a few mindfulness strategies that we usually follow. Yes, Ekta. Now we've spoken about all these challenges. There's one more quiz question for everyone. This is a big scenario. I am going to read it out to you. You take 2 minutes, read it on your own, and then try and answer the question. Sarah has always been a shy and introverted student, struggling to express her emotions and connect with others. In the classroom, Sarah often feels isolated and misunderstood. She finds it challenging to participate in class discussions or ask for help when needed due to her fear of judgment and rejection. This lack of social emotional skills hinders her ability to build relationships with her peers and teachers. Sarah's academic performance begins to suffer as she feels disconnected from the learning environment. As Sarah progresses through high school, the demands and pressures increase. She becomes overwhelmed by the workload, leading to heightened anxiety and feelings of inadequacy. Now, let's identify the academic, interpersonal, and emotional challenges faced by Sarah here. I would like everyone to read it again and then definitely use the chat box or unmute yourself.
I think there's a huge thing that is missing here is what is happening at Sarah's home.
Hmm.
Um, okay,
There's,
step time up.
I think, a lot of emotional challenges are leading to academic and interpersonal challenges. Anyone, any answers?
Can I
I
answer?
think
Yes, ma'am.
So, all first, I will begin with self. Like Sarah, as an individual, she will not have confidence. No, she will have self doubt, self blaming. Then, obviously, if she is not able to accept herself, she will feel that I am not part of that society or
Hmm.
group. Because people will also not allow her to be part of her circle. She will not
Hmm.
be appreciated by teachers also. First, so
Hmm.
it will first impact the mental well being, emotional and mental well being of the child,
Hmm.
and then it will automatically impact the academic thing, because if you're not happy from within, if you're not loved and accepted by people around you, you will
Hmm.
face academic and emotional challenges. You will feel that I am not required, no one loves me, no one values
Hmm.
me,
Hmm.
and slowly gradually your confidence goes down and you will lead yourself into daydreaming, or maybe land yourself into wrong activities just to draw attention.
Hmm.
You can be a attention seeker also. So it's like a vicious circle,
Hmm.
and it will overall impact her emotional well-being.
That's true. Wonderful.
Thank you.
Wonderful explanation, ma'am. We've got other responses as well. She does not express herself freely. Yes. Purva ma'am has written academics is on a roll, bare minimum social skills and always anxious to fit in the society. Emotionally, she's very lost. Yes. She feels not included and its direct impact on her study. So, can you see how everything's interconnected? The way we feel from within, the way we think about ourselves from within automatically affect other aspects of our lives. There's academic challenges. S. Singh ma'am has written difficulty participating in class discussions, hesitation to ask for help due to fear of judgment, declining academic performance as she feels disconnected from learning, yes, and overwhelmed by increasing workload in high school. She's internally scared. So, emotions have taken a toll on her well being, her interpersonal life, and her academic life. Right? Everything is interconnected. The way you feel from within, the way you think about yourself, the dialogue that you have within your head actually affects the way you behave in real life. Yes.
Yes. So while we are coming to the end of this session, I'm gonna ask one or two more questions to you. So I'll be putting things into the chat box. Meanwhile, if you have certain doubts and questions, we are open for a question and answer session right now. And tomorrow we'll be discussing about activities and what exactly
Strategies.
in
Yeah.
all the strategies. Yes. Anyone, any question? Something you would like us to discuss tomorrow? Okay, then I'm gonna put my quiz here. Let's see.
Which of the following is an example of an emotionally safe classroom? Okay. C.
Great.
Yes. We've gotten a lot of C's. Hmm.
Are we asking easy questions, Zaheda? No, they have paid a lot of attention.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes,
Am I
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
audible? Actually, I just wanted to ask one question. Like, I just want to know that how we can connect this social emotional learning with our subject, like while teaching in the classroom. We have subject experts, right? So how we can connect this?
Yeah, that's what, ma'am, we'll be talking about it tomorrow. Like within the classroom, what kind of environment you can have. Like, for example, we'll be talking about feeling check-in activities,
Circle time.
listener, circle time. So those strategies we'll be discussing along with your own subjects. What can you do? At the same time, some of you might already been taking social emotional learning classes. We also have counselors. So we'll be discussing about certain more activities. We'll be
Yeah.
touching.
We've gotten a lot of B's for the second one.
Yes. Great.
Yes.
Anyone else? B.
Mhm.
Great. So to sum up everything, we talked about social emotional learning. We gave you an introduction about it. We also talked about what is an emotionally safe classroom, certain skills of social emotional learning that we can use to promote emotionally safer classrooms. Tomorrow we'll be talking about activities that we can do. At the same time, we would also like you to keep your cameras on if it is possible, because that helps us to relate with you and see you as well. And thank you everybody for joining us today.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am. We will be sharing the PDF.
PDFs, yes,
Yes,
and
we
you'll
will.
also get activities along with PDFs.
Yes. Yes.
Recording stopped.
Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you
Thank you
for
so
being
much.
such
Thank you for
interactive participants for
yeah,
day one.
wonderful
Thank
people
you.
today.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you so much. Looking forward to see you tomorrow again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your kind feedbacks.
Thank you, everybody.